Neil Warnock enjoyed his Welsh cod, and he enjoyed his poached eggs too. Gareth, you enjoyed his trip to the Liberty even more.
Yeah, he had a good weekend, didn't he, Neil Warnock, telling us what a lovely time he'd had in the team hotel, and then he had an even better time down at the stadium, as you say. Palace only the second team to win a league game, the second visiting team to win a league game at the Liberty this season. Swansea were disappointing. Some shoddy defending let Palace in for 3 goals, and Swansea never really got going. At the other end of the pitch, bit of a tired performance, although nobody in the Swansea camp is using that excuse, and they need to get straight back. Another unbeaten run going straight away if they're going to make the top 6.
Vitally bounce back now at QPR. This test being made even more difficult with the state of the pitch up there as well at Loftus Road.
Yeah, apparently it's a shocker. The QPR manager Paulo Sousa apparently has blamed it for the loss of 5 points in the last few weeks. I think there was a big bobble when one of the Rangers players was about to fire into an open goal and it ended up in row 29 apparently. And obviously that's not going to help Swansea. The way they play, they need a good surface, like the Liberty, where you can pass the ball around bobbly, dry pitches with not much grass on them. It is bad news for Swansea.
And their trips to London haven't proved so fruitful this season, has it, for Swansea?
No, they haven't. Not just this season either. Ever since Martinez took over, his first ever defeat as a manager was at Millwall. Last season, of course, there was that thumping win at Leyton Orient. We've got to mention that. It hasn't all been doom and gloom, but this year, yeah, I mean, they lost at Charlton, didn't they? They lost at Palace, lost at Fulham in the FA Cup, although, Martinez would argue you'd expect that to happen. And also Watford, if you count it as London, as Martinez does, they lost there. So about time they got it right in London.
What kind of form are QPR going into this game in?
Not great. I think it's no win in. I think it's 9 games now. 4, 5, 6 weeks ago they were looking, real strong playoff contenders, but they've drifted out of it a little bit with the winless run. And if they're going to make a push for the top 6, they're going to need a great finish to the season.
What kind of shape are Swansea in for this selection wise? Are they back to full squad?
Well,
I mean, there's always 2 that were going to miss out.
Yeah, not full strength, but the good news is Gary Monk is looking good, I think, to make it, although Swansea won't say for sure. Then there's always a bit of bad news, isn't there? Left back Alan Tate is out for 3 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, depending on who you believe at the Liberty, but he's out for a while, so they need another left back. Matty Collins came on and did well there against Palace. Maybe Fede Pressoni to come back in. There's a couple of options there. Be interesting to see which one Martinez goes for.
Excellent. Well, Neil Warnock enjoyed his Welsh hospitality. Let's hope Swansea, for once, can enjoy their trip to London town.